You are missing out on a huge opportunity if you don't have your exam content outline when it comes to studying and passing your life or your life and health insurance exams. The exam content outline is going to break down exactly what is going to be on the exam, and it's going to show you exactly what you should be studying. Most pre-licensing courses, they give you kind of anything and everything that could possibly be on the exam. They don't really show you what to focus on. They just say, hey, here's a bunch of facts, go ahead and learn them, or hey, here's some video lectures. Good luck. And unfortunately, we don't learn that way, or at least most people don't. I'm not a huge good learner on like, oh, just give me a bunch of facts to read and I've got them. Like, I don't have a photographic memory. Sorry. And so what I've done is we want to make sure that you know exactly what you should be focusing on when it comes to your exam. And so if you want to get your exam content outline, you can click the link below and you're going to get a page that looks like this. And we have all of the states listed out. Not only are you going to get your outlines, so you'll get your life exam, your health exam, or if your state allows both of them together, you'll get the link directly for that. You'll be able to see if you can take your life or your health exam together. You're also going to get the candidate bulletin or the candidate handbook, just depending on your state, what they call it. And this is going to walk you through the website you need to go to, the instructions, the walkthroughs, everything you need to be able to get licensed. So you'll have direct access to all of this. But what's really neat is this exam content outline. It's going to show you all of the topics that could be on your exam, and it's going to show you the weight of them and how many questions are actually going to be on the exam. So for this example, this is for Tennessee. Under types of policies, there's going to be 15 questions, and those 15 questions can vary on any of these topics. And so as long as you understand those topics, you're going to be able to answer any question that they throw at you on the actual exam. And so this is very helpful because we can see there's types of policies, there's 15 questions here, there's only 12 questions here or 8 questions here. There aren't going to be as many questions there. And so when you take your practice quizzes and your practice exam inside your pre-licensing course, you'll be able to see, hey, I got 60% in retirement and other insurance concepts, but I got 60% here too. This is going to be more important to study because there's more questions. And so you want to be able to utilize this to not only see where you're scoring and what you should be focusing on, but inside of that section, the things that you should actually be focusing on. And what's really neat is each of these generally have a pretty short definition that goes with them. Yes, in the reading material, they give you a ton of information. In the video lectures, there's a ton of information. I know when I was studying myself 10 years ago for my exam, I took pages and pages and pages of notes because I didn't know what was going to be on the exam. I had no idea. I was studying anything and everything. And when I actually got to the exam, I realized, okay, like I felt like I studied a lot more over here when in reality, I didn't get asked any of those questions. I didn't get asked anything like that. And a lot of times the pre-licensing courses, the questions that are inside of there, legally, they can't be the same, but a lot of times they're pretty different. And so when you get to the exam, it looks very different from what you actually studied. And so this gives you a very clear idea of exactly what you need to be focusing on, especially when it comes to your exam, so you know exactly what to be learning and knowing so that when you get to those questions, you'll know, okay, ordinary whole life, I know it's a permanent policy, it has cash value, it endows at age 100. That's what I need to know for ordinary whole life. And so knowing that information makes it so much easier as opposed to just saying, oh, I think I have to learn everything and I don't really know what I have to learn. And so if you don't have this yet, there's one for every state. Some states are really good about outlaying them correctly and making sure that you know exactly what you're looking at. Other states, unfortunately, like Kentucky or like California, their exam content outlines aren't as great, but most of the states are really good. And these are going to go through the main concepts, those topics that are going to be on your exam, and they break it up for the life and then generally for the state specific section. And so it's going to go through exactly what you need to know for the actual exam. So this makes it so much easier to study. So if you don't have this, grab it down below. It's completely free. You're definitely going to want to utilize this. And then there's a couple different ways that you can use this. So when you get it, there's going to be a video on the next page. Definitely watch that because it's going to go through what you can expect and what your next step should be. But I'm super excited for you. I know it can be really frustrating when you're studying for this exam, especially with all of the new information that it goes through. A lot of this we don't learn about in day-to-day life. We weren't taught any of this in school. And so it's a lot of new information. And I find a lot of people when they're getting this license, they probably haven't studied for maybe a decade or more. And so it's a lot of, not only new information, but studying for something. It's been a long time since most people have studied. And so it can be very overwhelming with all of the information, trying to take pages and pages of notes, which I don't recommend. and then just getting frustrated with not understanding those concepts fully. But this is definitely worth it. I know it can be frustrating. I'm hoping that this helps, and there's going to be some other tools and resources linked as well. So definitely check those out. But I'm super excited for you. I'm wishing you the best. I'm wishing you the pass rate. I want you to pass the exam. I want this. As soon as you pass this exam, as long as you keep up with your license, you will never have to take this exam again. So best of luck. I am super, super excited for you, and I look forward to seeing you soon.